Alright, if you thought yesterday's video covered everything Hytale had cooking, well, think again, because overnight Simon, who is one of the creators of Hytale, has confirmed even more new features, prototypes, and behind the scenes systems that honestly make this game feel closer than ever. We're talking about voice chat, reactive facial animations, combat mechanics we didn't even know existed, massive modding improvements, endgame content teasers, and even hints about Mithril not being what you expect. So yes, this is another huge Hytale update, and some of this stuff is actually way bigger than it first looks at a first glance. So let's break this all down. Also, as requested, we will be putting some screenshots through this video. The source of this material all comes over from X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And if you do enjoy these videos and you want to subscribe and join the Loaded Army, it really does support me. And let's get in with this. So one of the coolest things to surface recently is just how advanced Hytale's character animations already are. We've now seen fully working blinking eyelashes, subtle facial movements, and expressive animations that already blow most sandbox games out of the water. And then comes the big confirmation. Someone asked whether reactive facial animations could respond to voice chat, you know, mouths moving, expressions changing while you talk, and Simon straight up replied, "That's the end goal." That's pretty huge, and it's not just voice chat slapped into a game, but immersive voice chat, where your characters actually react while speaking. And it gets better, so when asked how far away voice chat actually is, Simon confirmed a prototype already exists, it works, and apparently it's hilarious. So voice chat isn't just an idea, it's already functional. The only question now is priority, not possibility. Now, let's talk combat, because this is where things get really interesting, because Simon recently asked the community for small combat changes that could be implemented quickly. One player mentioned how much they miss rolling, attacking, then dodging sideways or backwards, and Simon's response was to try the combat bow and right click. It's a prototype. That tells us a lot, and it means that combat has hidden mechanics, some systems already exist but aren't fully exposed yet, and movement-based combat is absolutely on the table. Hytale isn't going for basic click spam combat, it's leaning into skill-based movement, positioning, and timing. This is exactly what sets it apart from Minecraft-style combat. Now, this part might be the most important long-term update in this entire video. We're seeing a huge influx of modders jump into Hytale already, even before full documentation is released. Creators like Martin Littlewood are reverse engineering systems, creating custom crafting recipes, adding new farming mechanics, and even repurposing dev-only items. We've seen already mushroom crafting mods, growth stage potions turned into usable recipes, and custom farming bench interactions. But here's the key part. Martin pointed out that the lack of documentation is causing crashes, not because the mods are wrong, but because the tools simply aren't finalized yet. Simon responded by confirming the team has already discussed prioritizing modding and documentation. This is happening because so many modders are showing up and lots of exciting things are coming very soon. That's massive, and Hytale isn't waiting for launch to support modders, they're reacting in real time. So something that I'm really excited about is because a modder added a helipack into Hytale, something that already exists internally but isn't usable in adventure mode. They made it functional, balanced it, and showed how useful it is for building. And Simon responded saying, "You go ahead and finish Hytale's missing features for us. Love it." That tells us two things. These features already exist internally. The devs are generally watching what the community builds, and this is great how sandbox games are made, dev tools plus community creativity. So, World Gen V2, we've already touched on it a little bit in yesterday's video, but this is Hytale's next gen world generation system, and external level designers and artists are already using it. We've seen custom biomes, entire new world layouts, early experimentation that already looks insane, and Simon confirmed this is only the beginning of modding, and that World Gen V2 is already powerful enough for creators outside the studio. This kind of system that leads to adventure maps, custom RPG worlds, and entire modded servers with unique identities. Finally, endgame content. Players have already been reaching maximum armor, pushing through endgame systems, and asking what comes next, and when it comes to Mithril. Simon dropped this little teaser. It won't be as simple to mine as others. That's exciting because it implies special mechanics, possibly boss-locked resources, environmental challenges, or progression-gated systems. Hytale's endgame clearly isn't just mine better ore, it's designed to actually test the players. So when you put all of this together, Hytale isn't just adding content, it's locking in immersion, refining combat, supercharging modding, expanding endgame systems, and listening directly to players right now. And if yesterday's video showed how much content is coming, today proves something even bigger. Hytale is actively being shaped in public, and that's exactly why this game is going to be different from many others. And if you did enjoy this video and you wouldn't mind dropping a like and subscribing to the Loaded Survival channel, that would be amazing, and I'll see you in the next one. Now, I'm actually really glad, guys, that I took a little bit longer to edit today's video, because just a little bit later after I started doing the video, Simon came over to X to say, community asks, community receives. New upcoming feature ability, which we have talked about in yesterday's video, but we have a little look at it here, is the ability to hide the helmet / armor. So it's not just the helmet. Will be configurable on the server config for PvP / immersion purposes, and the Hytale Update 2 pre-release is coming up this week. So thank you for your constant feedback and suggestions. We have a lot more quality of life improvements, fixes and features coming up. So by the looks of things, guys, they are cooking, because they are wanting to get as many of these updates out. They said they're going to do this. They said they're going to be non-stop for they said there's going to be at least 12 years of Hytale that they've said, and that well, anyway, let's just watch this. So here's the new buttons here, which you can see, which you can turn off and on armor, and I love that. I absolutely love that. I think that's such a cool addition, because, you know, in most games like this, we have that, and I hate putting on armor. Like, it, for me, when I know this isn't anything, like, too crazy, but when I'm making a thumbnail for a video, I want to have my armor on while I'm playing, and I hate having to take it off to be able to get a better thumbnail. Like, I'd rather be able to turn it off and be able to actually see my character as well. Like, there's so many different things to it, but yeah, I think that's really cool. And shout out to Simon for getting this in there. One of the interesting things here as well is please add shift clicking armor into slots. Oh, that's so needed. And Simon said one of the devs was working on it this morning. So, I'm telling you guys, the dev team are just cooking and cooking and cooking. And to be honest, Hytale and Hypixel, they really care about this game. They really care about this game. And I'm super excited. I know a lot of people jumped on the bandwagon. You know, like, obviously, you know, Minecraft YouTubers want to try it out and everything like that. And I've sort of supported this game for so long, and I generally believe that I'm not saying it's ever going to beat Minecraft. Minecraft is always special for its own reason. I love it. But the reason I fell in love with this game is the devs' passion. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens. By the way, I don't hate Minecraft. I love Minecraft. It is my childhood, my literal childhood. PvP battles, factions, everything. It's just that I really loved the idea, and I really wanted to back this. And I'm just having so much fun playing this. Doesn't mean I'm never going to play Minecraft again. Much love to all of you. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.